our business skills, what's required to regain physician autonomy. I'm Dr. Raval, Doc Dynasty. We are completely committed to keeping physicians independent and thriving. So let's talk about this. We've been talking for a little while about how big corporate health structures have not been working for physicians, and they decrease client access, patient access. The focus is on financials rather than patient care. So how do we as physicians transition out of that and back into our own practices, and how do we even evaluate that? So business skills are absolutely required. No one thinks that after all the training physicians go through college, medical school, residency, and fellowship, that we are missing anything. And what this whole situation with corporate America's buying up of practices has proven is that we do need business skills, because the business skills is our tool for evaluating how we are doing within that corporate structure and how we can thrive when we get out of it. So my personal story, I was 7 years in practice, and back then HMOs were taking over. Many physicians were in private practice, and no one really knew how HMOs were going to affect private practice. So what I did was, after 7 years and starting and joining every HMO, I actually took a postdoctoral master's. My school was NYU, because at the time there was very, very few business options for physicians, and it was being taught by Clinton's healthcare team at NYU, New York University. Similarly, we are again seeing this huge shift in medicine. I was able to evaluate what I was being paid by an HMO versus what I was making in a private setting before HMOs, and it allowed me to look at it in a business sense, not an emotional sense, that I wish I were paid more, but what each service was paying me through an HMO contract versus those that had remained private. And in most cases, I had private contracts and HMO contracts, and it allowed me to pull out of them. So we need something similar today. A lot of young physicians are now entering medicine. They have no business skills, so there's no way they're going to start a private practice. They don't have the chance to work with someone beforehand to see how day-to-day medicine goes. The best we hope for is we have clinics within our residency programs, but a clinic isn't everything. It's not just seeing patients. It's also billing for those patients. It's seeing how many patients we can see in a day. It's hiring staff. It's picking our own software. None of this is being taught. So number one, that has to be added. Number two, we as physicians have to take control of our business skills and learn them and be able to make decisions from them. So what is that skill? That skill is a business plan. If you don't know how to write a business plan in the business that you're in, whether you're working for someone or yourself, then you are missing the skills to evaluate how well you do. You're missing the skills to become independent. And so writing a business plan is the first thing you need to learn. Number two, basic accounting. You need to learn this. Number three, using these skills, business skills, you can not only evaluate your own practices and how you're doing, financially, but you can use them for leadership skills. So a recent survey here by Jackson Physician Group and Medical Group Management found that 67% of all physicians would welcome business classes for the very reason that they want to lead. They want to change the way medicine is practiced today, and we don't have a skill set to do that. The other thing that a business class or business skills teaches you is the language of business, meaning we through medical school have learned the language of how to relate to other physicians and a language to relate to our patients, but we don't have a language to relate to management. We don't have a language to move up in a corporation as a business entity. And so the language of business is something we also have to learn. I love this quote by Dr. Gomez. He's medical director of pediatrics in a Florida-based company. And he said, business school is where he learned the hard lesson of never promising to deliver anything without understanding how to achieve it. So that's what a business plan does. That's what a language of business does. It shows you in a methodical way how to think of where your goal, what you want to accomplish, and then the skills and how step by step you want to achieve it. These are the same business skills that will set you up in your office. So by the way, there's a link to my book, not just to sell a book, but it's written like a business plan. My journey, as mentioned, is that I actually got a postdoctoral master's. So I learned the language of business. And the book is written in a way that it is a business plan of how to start your own practice or to move away from corporate medicine to your own practice. So I hope that helps. Subscribe, of course, if you want to learn more. But I absolutely believe, and I hope most of you will see, how business skills are the way out of corporate medicine, and also a way to learn a new language and business plan in order to evaluate where you are today. I hope this helps.